Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Miami Stock Exchange. Good evening. Today is June 2nd. It is the evening of June 2nd, and today we will be analyzing the NASDAQ and the SPY 500 intraday that happened today. Today's Monday. Let's see what occurred, as well as prepare for tomorrow, because tomorrow is a brand new day. Every single second, living in the moment, enjoying life, fulfilling life, and learning. It's a journey. Trading is a journey, and it's an art for us to learn and to enjoy in the process. So let's get right into it. Time's ticking. Let's analyze, guys. So let's do this. 3, 2, 1. See that smooth transition? Sheesh. We're gonna be looking at the daily chart for the MNQ to begin with. Yesterday, we were discussing about a potential triple top or a head and shoulders formation on the daily. And I'm pretty excited to see that looking on the daily chart right now, I can see that we could potentially be cooking up a shoulder. This is the head. And today, see this daily candlestick right here? This is the daily candlestick. The daily candlestick formed a upside direction, and it could touch again and has touched and rejected the 50 or the 21,560 level right here. This is the level over here, the green line. And honestly, I'm pretty interested to see if it could be a rejection that could move towards the downside, hypothetically speaking. And if we look here, these two yellow lines is the fair value gap on the daily chart. So we can see right here and then right here, this is the fair value gap in between. So the market could definitely retrace back into here. But to clear things off, we're going to be seeing that the market is still looks quite like it wants to go towards the upside, possibly. Let's switch over to the 5-minute time frame to see intraday what happened. So we can see that based on the volume right here, 9:30 session opened, it spiked higher the first 5 minutes, and then it sold off. Pretty interesting, right? I was actually well invested into taking a trade, and this is a ICT concept that I took. I'm still learning it, but I confidently executed it and took it. So what happened today is on the, where is it? So we're gonna look on, okay. So looking on the 30-minute time frame today, the first 30 minutes, I waited the first 30 minutes, right? So from the 9:30 till it hit 10 o'clock, I plotted the high and low of the 30-minute candlestick. As you can see here, this candlestick right here is the 30-minute, and look at that bearish pin bar. It's crazy. So anyways, you can see right here that I plotted the high and the low, and this is the line right here, as you can see. So while I was there on the 5-minute time frame, I was waiting for a fair value gap to form. So if we move over to here, I was waiting for a fair value gap to get established, and I was patiently waiting, and then I could see here that a fair value gap was formed just right here, so in between this area. And I would agree that it is quite of a tight space, but this gives still, I had confirmation the MACD line for the 2-minute time frame for both ES and NQ was green, and it was a reasonable risk reward. It was kind of in the middle of a channel, I agree, but my other confirmation was that the market seemed to be above the previous day's close and previous day's high. And I actually have a screenshot that we can look at right here. I will show you guys. One moment. Let me just switch to here. And I entered a long. Open link. All right, perfect. So as you can see here, I had one contract long on M&Q 2-minute time frame, and see the purple and the green line is the previous day's close as well as the previous day's high. Actually, my apologies. That's the previous day's open. Whoops, the close and the open, ironically. And the red candlestick was kind of a confirmation, kind of like a break and retest type deal to enter long. And as I entered, the market was kind of like fluctuating, like it wasn't really doing much. And then suddenly, there was actually a speaker at the same time, and I was aware of this. Like this wasn't too a surprise, but I knew that there was going to be a speaker. That was not the reason why I took the trade. Obviously, I had confirmation, but I was aware that there was a speaker, a Fed, Logan, whoever he is. He was yapping, as you can see here on the news. 10:15 a.m. This trade was taken at around 10:30 a.m. Yeah, 10:30 even. So I entered a long, and it was fluctuating, and then about a couple minutes later, it spiked all the way up to 30 points. And at that second, I just closed the position. So I made approximately about 25 points on this trade. It's solid. It was a good trade. This is kind of like I've never really applied the ICT strategy before. Like I've never like executed. Like I know it, but I haven't really executed. So now I'm actually backtesting it and I'm analyzing. It's a process. It's a learning process, respectively. Shortly after, I did decide to take another trade. I'm gonna open it right here. I entered, so it did the spike. I closed the position, and it seemed like it was rejecting. And you can see that the market was kind of maintaining under the previous day's close and open. So I decided to enter short and went my way by about 10 contracts, and then it decided to reverse. And I kind of just took a small, tiny loss, just a couple points. So I'm still like, that's like a 4-1 for the day. Like, so not complaining. It's all good. So we're done talking about today. Let's analyze the market for real, for real. All right. So after that, after the trade, there was a little bit of chop, and the market slowly but truly has been trending higher. This could be also because of the good news between Russia and Ukraine, where ceasefire, they made like a diplomatic treaty or whatever, and it's only temporarily, so it isn't exactly the best news that we can have. And I just to prove that I'm not yapping, I'd like to show that based on financial juice, we can see head of Russian delegation, Russia and Ukraine exchanged memorandums with terms for peace settlement. Our memorandum contains steps to make for full ceasefire. And it was actually mentioned earlier as well. So that's Ukraine. So if we go down, so there's more planned to speak. So it's to be discussed even more in the future. And we can go back all the way to the open. This was right before open. Russian-Ukraine talks in Istanbul. Ceasefire conditions for ending the war, according to Ukrainian source. So these could be short-term factors on why the market has been going towards the uptrend. Powell spoke, yapped a little bit, and they kind of mentioned that like inflation can I guess hypothetically get better if tariffs kind of settle. So, okay. We are technical traders. We aren't really driven by news. We don't take trades based on news. But, of course, it's good to be aware on what's going on with the economy. We live here and might as well be aware. So, yeah, looking at the 240 minute, the 4-hour time frame, 356, not 365 per usual. We're going to be analyzing and seeing that the market has touched and rejected the 21,000 560 level again. Pretty exciting stuff. This is a key level, and it has been a key level for this. It has rejected so many times. Of course, above that is the 21,850 level. Under it, a short-term level that I've plotted would be the 21,400. Even under that is the 21,000 level. This level, the 21,400, I plotted because, as you can see here, it's been like kind of like maintaining like throughout like the couple of days, like the market's been chilling around here, and I just think that it could do some things. It could react to it. Another level that I have is the 21,460 level, and this level is actually based on the 30-minute that I've plotted the high of the candlestick, but we can see that based on this high right here, so this high, that is a huge arrow. I don't know why it's so huge. That's what she said. Whoa. I don't know why it's so huge for real. That's crazy. But we can see that the market has been, it touched this high, and you can see that it's chilling, broke above, and now it's kind of in the zone in between the hour key 21,550 and the 21,460 level. Okay, guys, excuse my little dirty jokes, but yeah, we can. Oh, okay, all right. I think I think I fixed it. I think it's better now. That's much better. Okay, all right. Moving on. Switching to the MES SPY 500 futures. Looking at the SPY 500 futures, we can see that the market, my levels actually, oh no, whoops, I gotta skip for a second. The 5-minute time frame, you can see the market went much lower compared to the NASDAQ, but also started trending higher. Still not all the way close to the 6,000 even level. I'd like to place down a level that's similar to the 21,460 level right here, right now. And we're gonna add that. And we're gonna also, I'm thinking about adding this level. That's the 5930 as well as the 5920 or 5918. These are short-term levels that could definitely be looked at potentially. We could actually make it a zone. That's what I would do personally. I would make it a zone over here. So if it's above, look for upside. Under, potentially look for rejections. Daily chart for the ES, also a wicked candlestick. 60-minute time frame. 356. Okay. We can see here solid like movement, I would say. Let's see what the market will do, because it looks like it wants to go higher. It isn't 100% positive though, because news aren't the greatest. They seem to be good, but are they truly good? That's a good question. Based on technical analysis, we can see that the head and shoulders on the daily chart for the NASDAQ and even the ES quite a bit could have room to potentially make another shoulder and reject to go lower. Maybe it's possible. ES rather looks like a double top formation, as we can see here. Top and another top could go back down. Maybe. It is to be discussed, to be seen, to be analyzed. But I'm glad that, Monday gave us an analysis on what's going on with the market. We can get a better idea, and, we can now plot newer levels and be disciplined to execute and to be confident. So I would like to say The market is not simple. It is challenging, and I am learning. I am not a financial advisor. I would never suggest you guys what to do with your money. It is your choice, respectively. I'm just simply giving out what I see, trying my best to teach myself, as well as maybe give some form of motivation, and maybe you guys know the things that I know. I have, I don't know a million things, right? Like there's always so many things we can learn, but sharing is caring, right? So I'm sharing my knowledge respectively. It is your choice to choose whether you would like to use my levels or not. I'm just simply analyzing, and I like it. I enjoy analyzing the market. It's a fun thing to do, and I look forward to establishing and learning much more every single day, every single second. Blessed with the opportunity to do so, God's given for sure. So, thank you guys for watching. Be ready. Okay, one last thing before we go. News. Tomorrow is going to be Joel's job opening, so please be careful. 10 a.m. Be very careful, guys. 10 a.m. is going to be, it could definitely cause something else. Pre-market is going to be kind of slow since there isn't any news in the pre-market, but then once the 9:30 session hits, there's going to be probably a larger volume. So, as always, guys, Miami Stock Exchange, peace out. Flexing the Fossil Watch. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Good evening. Peace.